I just had an amazing experience. I was walking from my car. I'm very thirsty now, but the experience was I listened to I saw a mother and a boy, and I didn't know if they were Latin American or Asian. And then the boy said, I don't feel the sense of smell. No, I don't feel the sense of olor. Just like that. So for me, it was no language barrier. So then I said, excuse me, have you just said, because maybe I misunderstood 3 words, because it was some strange dialogue of South American Spanish or whatever, and then olor, and then the other 3, he didn't say what I thought. But then it was like that, and they were from Philippines, and then Philippines took me to Thai Phu Quoc, and that's it. So these people just had a real-time experience of my Thai Phu Quoc. And I haven't told them about that. I just told them that maybe she is too Catholic. But the experience that we had, the 3 of us there in the middle of nowhere, and the child being I said, don't worry, I know how you're feeling. And I explained how he was feeling, because I would be feeling that way if someone like me came to me in that strange way of breaking barriers and telling you that I was 19 years old, having experiences in life, meeting some strange people like me that gave me some key points in my life. So there were many things happening, magical things happening, but he was still nervous, and a fly was trying to keep him down, away from me, and he was battling in between that. He wanted to stay with me, but the fly was telling him to go. And then I said many things. We were talking about paradise, because I know what Philippines is. I gave them the concept of paradise, selling a piece of paradise for your life, and then what you're doing here. Then she earns money, and then she goes back and goes to paradise, because it is better if you have a nice house and a nice... But my question was, would it be better to do all this sacrifice to get that beautiful thing, blah blah blah, whatever you imagined? How many years is it gonna take? I am not against or in favor. I am just observing it and asking and making people aware what their answer is. Because once you are aware of what you are questioning to yourself, then you have a very clear idea about that. So the boy was like, he doesn't want to go back to Philippines. She of course wants, and that could be some problem, right? But there are so infinite ways, so many of breaking this duality. And the first thing is that nobody's going to promise you 100% that this is going to happen to any of them. But the child was here, the mother was here. The child doesn't have to worry about anything, just have this information and then deal with that. So he was afraid to speak English with me, because she was afraid of speaking English, not with me, in English. And then we were speaking in Spanish, and then I started, hey, in English. And then after some moments that he was fighting against himself, then he said, today is the day that I learned English, because it was just unblocking, because he understood everything I was saying in English, but then in Spanish, he was afraid to say. So then I told him about my experience when I was a child, 19 years old, in United States, went there to learn English, and then I was telling the people, no, I don't speak English, so there was no option of interaction. So after 2 or 3 times, I was very shy and not confident at all about my English skills. So, but I stopped saying I don't speak English. Just try to understand what they're asking, because I speak better than I understand. So I didn't let them to speak with me. And for this child, it was different. It was easier because he was understanding what I was saying. So he's fighting against thinking in English, for instance. Because I felt when he's speaking in English, he's translating from Spanish to English to speak. But when I'm speaking with him in English, he doesn't have to translate into Spanish to understand me. So he just needs to, boom, be aware of that, boom, the magic is done, boom, today I learned to speak English, perfect. So then I said to the mother, just to keep this forever, teach her mind control, relaxing your body, but explaining everything. So they said, hey, any method, I don't care what method, but then I said, okay, I'm gonna give you mine. And mine is 3 times number 3, when you inhale, and when you exhale, you imagine 3 times number 3. Same thing. 3 times number 2. Once again. 1, 1, 1. Okay, while doing so, when you are breathing in to the top, there is a moment that you cannot breathe any deeper. So that's your limit in that moment. How do you want to be in there? Longer? You can keep it longer. Less? You can start releasing pressure by throwing the air out. The longer you do it, the longer your breathing is. And you are feeling how everything is getting relaxed by the time that you are breathing out. Once you manage to feel this way, that's the first step for the child. It's easy if he was following me. Then you lay down in bed. And then you feel your feet so light and so heavy and so disappearing and becoming the mattress. And then same thing with the legs, your lower back, and then you feel any tension on any muscle and it disappears and disappears. And then once you have been combining that breathing, connecting with your body, relaxing your muscles and making them disappear, then you are in Thai Phu Quoc, whatever you want to call it. So only children can keep doing this forever. The adults can only be the observers of the whole situation. And the mother said, yeah, I'm into these kind of things. And I said, yeah, I know that you have to forget everything you learned in your life and believe in what you are seeing right now in here. So maybe you're a Catholic, right? Yeah. Okay, my name is Jesus. I don't believe in Jesus as the Catholic symbol. This is go beyond any gods. So you know what paradise I'm talking about. With this, at the end it was all paradise. That's what I don't have the sense of olor.